Are we back yet? Oh, looks like we're back. Seems like whenever I want to change to the one of the outer screens, then the whole stream decides to refresh. So we have a match underway here between is it Vacant and Isaac, and Vacant's coming off a really good game against Anand. He was able to win in the upgrade path in order to he was able to upgrade Anand in order to win that game. We'll see if he'll be able to do the same thing against Isaac. As Isaac enters the base for his first scout, we have, again, I guess it looks like Vacant doesn't know that we're forced cross either, as he goes and tries to inspect his adjacent base with no luck, goes back to the middle, and it looks like he's going to do the same thing on the other side, and he won't be able to scout Isaac. He actually has some time if Isaac walls off, which it doesn't seem like he's going to do. Isaac is taking his second refinery. Doesn't seem like we have a second gas from Vacant yet. Isaac's just sitting pretty there in the back of his base, and Vacant's gonna go one. He's gonna one gate expand. Gonna go right to factory, and factory is going down. Excuse me. Will we see the same play that Isaac tried last time? If we see a 1-1-1, then we'll see it. Looks like that probe just got in, and let's see here. Let me fix the stream real quick, and keep following this probe. Looks like the probe was able to get in and see that he is taking two. Oh, poor guy. Sacrificed, but sacrificed with knowledge. He now knows that Isaac has both gases. He has a factory up and a single barracks. And here we go. Here's the 1-1-1 play. It looks like we'll be seeing the same build that Isaac had tried against Ben in their game. Fun, fun, fun once again. 1-1-1, not bad of a build. Don't knock on it. I never do it, but don't knock it. I remember 1-1-1 was one of the first things I saw when I was looking up different build types on SC2, and people were like, "This is so flexible. You know, you build all three buildings, and then you have any option." For all of that, I see 1-1-1 get a lot of flack. But Isaac was almost able to take advantage of it. Excuse me. He was able to take advantage of it with against Ben if it wasn't for his supply blocks. To answer Eric's question, I personally was introduced to 1-1-1 as more of a expansion point. It's not so much an all-in, since there are different plays you can make with a 1-1-1. I don't know if that's evolved now, because it's been, if that was only a beta thing for people to learn, or if that's something that just newer players do to hone in on a build that they like. But we have our Banshee coming out as predicted, with cloaking not far behind for Isaac. On Vacant side, we have his early expand coming in, and he's now warping units a lot earlier than he did last game, which is a great revision. So it looks like he might do a 9 or 10 minute mini push, considering he does have the intelligence that Isaac does not. If though he was, I have no idea if he's actually watching the game between Isaac and Ben. But if he was, then he'd know that this 1-1-1 would lead to a Banshee to his mineral line. So he should be, if he was reacting correctly to that, then he would have been throwing down. And he does throw down a Forge, so will we see some photon cannons coming out to try and protect against the Banshees, or will he just use that for upgrades? We have a group of Marines and Marauders moving out with looks like the siege tanks are kind of stuck. Nope, looks like we'll have some map control coming out, and it looks like that Vacant will be able to easily take this. This is not a peace accord. For some reason, why is Vacant moving back? He's gonna realize his mistake and move back into the middle of the map. And take that. Isaac smartly moves his units out before any of them get hurt. And in that skirmish, he also takes an he's gonna build an orbital command, expand on his own. And he'll start building a few supply depots, get his first upgrade for his Marines. So it doesn't seem like he'll be focusing on his mech units as much as his game with Ben, since he's getting his upgrades. He's focusing his upgrades on his bio units a lot earlier than he did last game. So we have the siege mode here coming out, trying to deter this little army of stalkers. We have the force fields come up, but it's not doing much of anything, as siege mode completes on this third tank, and Vacant runs away back to the middle of the map. Nobody's going to cross. Nope, he's going to stay at the middle of the map. In other news, we have Isaac, who should have Cloak by now. Yep. Moving to snipe some probes. Moving out to the shooting range, and instead of that, he gives himself away by shooting a pylon, and starts on the probes, but the probes are being pulled out, and the robotics facility is only going down now. It doesn't seem like much of anything was done to prevent this from happening. The first photon cannon only finishes now as another pylon is being taken out, but unfortunately won't do as much since Vacant still has 2 or 3 pylons worth of supply. That might change though as he takes out this pylon. Isaac's probably going to move in. Oh, he powers down both the Forge and the photon cannon, so Isaac is now free to take full... Oh, no. He was free to take all of these probes out, but unfortunately the mining time is being severely hurt. It seems like Isaac's plan has worked perfectly, as a pylon powers up and then is quickly destroyed by the Banshees. We have an uncloaked Banshee being targeted by the Stalkers, and not really handled well. We have now we have like 30-ish probes in the middle of the map. They're going to resume mining. Isaac has definitely won out, even though he wasn't able to take out many probes, since he was able to take about a 500 or 600 mineral lead during that skirmish. Not much of a skirmish, during that harass, as he now, even though his Banshees didn't fail, he's still going to go Bio Ball with with a good amount more tanks this time, and the Banshee to help out. Stalkers come down. It doesn't seem like Vacant has too many units to counteract this. He only has a Zealot and some Stalkers. He should be using this robotics bay to get out some Immortals for some more firepower against the siege tanks. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like, well, I'm clicking, we're missing something here. No, not too much. So we have Isaac pretty much putting his foot down in the middle of the map. Come at me, bro. But yep, yeah, that's pretty much as much of a put down as you can get. He's stagger moving the tanks. Yep, leapfrog. and he supply blocks while he's leapfrogging. Very slow but methodical push from Isaac. This is something definitely new, and I really like seeing this out of him. It means that there's definitely a lot more focus on the effectiveness of the siege tanks rather than having them just be support for the for his bio army. But speaking of his bio army, there still isn't much there. He does need them to support the tanks, and the tanks are not back in siege mode like they should be. Yeah, I'm about to say we don't have really any new stalkers in as Vacant places 2 gases, sends 3 probes to each. Other than that, we have a Colossi coming out now, with ground level 1 upgrade, ground weapons level 1 upgrade. As Isaac finally sieges these tanks, is going to play leapfrog again, and it's probably going to get within the red zone and get some free shots off of this gateway over here if he can get vision. Probably use his Banshee to get vision. He's moving in a little closer than I thought he would, but that's probably just within range of the warp gate. We're hearing some more siege noises, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be moving them yet. Oh, there we go. So he's going to move them probably beside this unit, this firing squad, and now we have vision supplied by the Banshee, and we have the Robo Bay and the Cybernetics Core being targeted. Meanwhile, we have Stalkers being taken out very quickly, and that very methodical push leads to a GG from Vacant. So now we're going to drop out to make sure we can grab somebody else. And with that, I will be back with you when we grab our next player and return for our next set of games. And we're back, folks, for our, I guess, third set of matches on Belshire. And looks like we're all ready, and we have R2. We have a PVZ. And up in the top left, we have our Protoss player, not off racing this time, even though we do have a Zerg here. We have April 0. And in the lower right, who is 10 pooling at this point, we have Ben Turner. B.L. Turner. So this is a matchup we don't see too often. I have not seen April play Ben too much. I guess I cannot say April when I say Ben, so I have not seen Anand play Ben too much. He's going to scout the early pool. Anand is going to scout the early pool and move out with that infinite knowledge as Ben does his usual, oh my god, so many rally points. If you don't know that he's actually rally pointing these things, it just looks like, you know, that poor drone's on acid. Looks like he's going to finish up there and then move back out. We got a pylon and our forge. We're going to go forge first, it looks like, for Anand at the low ground. And let's see, we're going to have some Zerglings coming out. Nope, we're just going to have, he's not going to make this a rush style build. It's going to go with, he has his queen coming up and another overlord. As we have the Nexus first, or Nexus, Forge Nexus. Quick expand from Anand. Overlord sneaking into the back of the base. We have another gateway and a photon cannon for protection coming up, because do we have some Zerglings on the way? No, we don't yet. So Anand being cautious, making sure that he can actually get through here. The worst thing I've done in the match is block my own self into my own base. And pylons up, gateway's finished, or gateway is about halfway done. We have our second hatchery going down from Turner. And now we have more. Oh, we have about half Zerglings and half drones coming out. Oh, yep, 2 drones and the rest Zerglings coming out. It seems like that Ben has faked this out with sort of a rush build. And looks like that the probe is gonna, or Anand sends a probe to try and re-scout. He scouted the expansion and he's gonna get escorted, or he's gonna escort the Zerglings and break apart. So I do think we were faked out here as Ben is supply blocked. Still working on his second. So Anand is going to get down his cybernetics core and another pylon. I'm going to get that first stalker. Another gateway and pylon. Doesn't look like we're going to have any other early tech. Oh, looks like we're gonna go Stargate. We don't have warp. I think for the first time in this group's history, we do not have warp gate being. Oh no, we do have warp gate being researched right now. I was thrown off, but we do have a Stargate coming. Might throw out a few phoenixes to take care of the overlords, as Ben once again is setting overlords over each over. He will at least set overlords over each expansion, and I bet that learning from Ben's game with Isaac, Anand is going to attempt to whittle down Ben's supply by taking out some overlords. Got 2 gases being taken by Anand on his expansion. And now we have our lair being thrown up as we have some roaches now being popped out by Ben. And here it is, our Phoenix gonna come out any minute now with 2 immortals. Nope, actually we do already have a Phoenix. We have our second Phoenix now. So we'll see what Anand does with these Phoenixes as he's getting 1 upgrades for his weapons, for his ground units. Again, looks like Ben is supply blocked, which makes this very dangerous because now that Anand has Phoenixes, each of these overlords will provide a headache for Ben if they get taken out by the Phoenixes. So yeah, Ben trying to take get some vision with the tower, and he's going to move out against this photon cannon and a couple of units here. Got two immortals, and now looks like we're getting about 3 stalkers to add to the stalker that was already there, and we're going to have a push. Or yep, we're going to have a push. Or not. Or yes. And here we go, we got our first skirmish of the match. And it looks like that wasn't much of one. Ben decided to turn around and is now running away, possibly back to the Zelnaga Tower. We got an observer out by Nand, trying to get the lay of the land. Not much there. And here come the Phoenixes, exactly what I had thought. They're going to take out as many of these overlords as possible, and since he's going to actually be supply blocked after this overlord goes out, oh no, he lost 2 units just before then, but they're going to come and lift these roaches because the roaches can't shoot up. So he's going to be able to take 2 while the roaches are yep, they're retreating. Phoenixes continue their job. I personally would have, kept the harassment of the overlords going, but it does actually look like he's going to be able to do that. He's going to cover his expansion and get the overlord out of the way. And that overlord's done as Nan's going to grab this expansion. So we have some... Still have an overload over here. And we have a double supply block, but again, by taking the risk of wanting to creep each of these expansions, he now had to take the time to rebuild those overlords. And that's nice, like 30 seconds lost there. We have extended thermal lance coming out for the Colossi, and a Colossi coming out, Twilight Council, and 2 more robotics facilities being dropped at the same time, along with another gateway. On Ben's side, we have 3 mutalisks coming out to join the 3 that are already out, and it seems like an interesting army composition here, with the overlords joining them, probably rallied as well. We have the Phoenixes lying in wait to try and take out this, either some drones or another batch of Ben's supply. Anon's third is finally up, sends the probes over, and protection there as both armies move out. Looks like Anon's going to try and take the gold here as Ben moves to the opposite side to the opposite tower from the beginning. Destructible rocks go down, and we have a skirmish between Phoenixes and Mutalisks, and it looks like the Mutalisks are going to run home as the Phoenixes also run home. Anon's going to take yet another expansion. This time the 1 gas gold, as Ben will try to take this third expansion that he knew was there because of his Overlord. And here comes the reinforcements from Anon, and those roaches are going down pretty quickly. It doesn't look like these mutas are going to be much help either. The Phoenixes are going to help by possibly just, yep, they're going to pick off the Mutalisks, and one by one these roaches are being taken out by the Stalkers. 1-1 Stalkers against 1-1 roaches. Looks like the Stalker is going to win that one, and with a quick Lance Flame evaporation by the Colossi, that is it for that push. Looks like yep, Anon wanted to build some probes. And is Ben gonna call it a night here? We'll have to see if he lags out or not. But this game was pretty much won for Anon. If you can take a peek up here at the supply, we have 157. Nope, but he's gonna stay in it, and we have a double supply lead for Anon, 157 to 77. So Anon's gonna move in his units, and looks like, you know, he's gonna take the creep tumors and flank around to the other side of this middle island. Looks like he's just gonna stay there for a little bit. He's gonna flank around. He's probably gonna go after the third. Anand is very fond of the slow kill, you know, and stabbing the knife right into the side of Ben. Spinecrawler comes up way too late. We got 1 force field, but doesn't even need it. Looks like the Colossi are going to take down everything along with the Stalkers really well. The Zerglings weren't even of any consequence. Everything moves back to the expansion as Anon takes out the larva, killing the baby Zergs off. Doesn't seem like there's much production from Ben. We have 5 roaches coming out. He could really use a macro hatch right about now. But it doesn't seem like he'll be doing that. But his time is limited now, as we have another set of stalkers with an observer to take out these creep tumors as he moves in again from the left, try and take the front. We do have a good number of spines here, but that might not be enough to keep away this army. Anon now is spending his 4 base money pretty wisely, using it to get 3 more Colossi. He's not letting it bank up too much. And as he sends his Colossi to the back to get rid of the spores, probably going to be sending his Phoenixes in later. But the spines look like they are deterring Anon somewhat. They do take out a Colossi before they are able to get out, and that second Colossi is going to fall because of the running away from the Zerglings. That one Zergling is actually not going to take a Colossi out, and that hero Colossi is able to move in with the rest of the army and counterattack. He's going to move away just a little bit and regroup himself, turn around, come right back, get a creep tumor, and move back in for the kill here. We have Ben with nowhere to go, trying to see where the best place to put his roaches in, and he believes that best place is through the right. We really don't have, he doesn't really have much here, as he tries to scare away, he doesn't get the Colossus. And we just have some juking here. It's like, I guess, American football type juking here from both teams. Up, looks like they're going to go head first, and all of those roaches are done, and a GG from Ben. And for our next match, we do have the gentleman that we did pick up from the break. So, on our right here, we have the pink Protoss. He goes by April 0. And the left here, we have our new face, the Terran, and I'll try not to mutilate his name. His name is Foxur, like connoisseur. Never can understand with the double capitals if I'm supposed to be rereading that name forwards or backwards. But I don't believe anybody would end the name with an F. So Foxur it is. Looks like we're gonna have a rush from Foxur. Might have an all-in even. The supply depot comes down very quickly and very close to the base. He's not going to even worry about walling off. Also, he might be one of those guys that doesn't wall off because he knows he has nothing to wall off with, since he believes Anand isn't going to rush him, or that he doesn't believe he needs to wall off against Protoss. Either way, we have a quick supply depot and a very quick refinery after that. We're not getting a barracks as usual, as we usually see from... oh, there's the barracks now. Barracks rallied to the usual point on the low ground as he goes and scouts what Anand has here. Anand is going to place a pylon right next to his first gateway as he catches Foxur's SCV. And they'll do the square dancing run around as Foxur sees that there's a gas taken from Anand, and it doesn't look like Anand's going to be scouting anytime soon. But he's probably too busy taking care of this SCV. Anand will take a second gas and puts down his cybernetics core. Our barracks is almost done. And our gateway is done as well as this wild goose chase keeps happening. This is a first. Looks like we have Foxur, instead of rally pointing, he's actually rally patrolling his SCV, and he's going to call that a day. We got a second gateway coming down, and a quick chrono boost onto warp gate. And he had a bunker out here. He's not going to wall in because he's going to wall in over here. I get it now. We got a quick factory coming up, so followed by our second supply depot. Got our first marine out here, following our second's going to follow right about now. We got our third gate down. Might we get a fourth gate? Can we get a fourth gate? Do I hear a fourth gate from Anand? We shall see in the next minute or so. He doesn't have the money for it, but he is building two stalkers fairly quickly. As we have the Peanut Gallery talking about trying to remember songs and something about Bill Murray and Shazam and Shaq and Space Jam and stuff of that sort. Lonely bunker, 3 Marines, probably playing a game of cards right now because there is going to be no push anytime soon from the guys from the stalkers on Anand's side. Fourth guy wants to get into the bunker, is not being allowed to yet. They're probably playing peep mode and they're waiting for them to finish their game before they let the guy in. fifth guy wants to come in, won't be able to fit. As we have 3 stalkers move out. He's still finishing their game of peep mode. Yep, looks like the lobby is full. But the lobby isn't full, there's still a space there. Anyway, we are still waiting for Anon to make a move. Standing here next to the Xel'Naga Tower. Very interesting looking Xel'Naga Tower. And we have 3 Marines possibly wanting to... Oh, no, they're going to be getting their own bunkers now. And here come the 3 SCVs to do that. Why 3? Don't know. And a proxy pylon coming down from Anand as he finds this bunker and quickly runs away. It's going to cancel the proxy since there's really nothing he can do about this without a lot more units, and I'm sure... we have I've been completely enamored with this soul bunker there that we now have a Banshee out. We had a 111 come out from Foxur, and now we have a second barracks coming out to accompany that new Banshee with some Marines and a siege tank. We have an observer out somewhere. We have him right here. Getting a lay of the land, seeing that there's a 111 and the Banshee. Let's see how Anon reacts to this. We have our expansion coming out. Looks like Anon took the gas first, gonna put his expansion out, and looks like that Foxer will be taking it in the next minute or so, depending, or because of his placement of his units. Anon's gonna move south, see what he sees there, and stay over those units for a while.
You require my skills.
Have our the SCV trying to do some reconnaissance and quickly gets destroyed by the stalkers. We have our first Immortal coming out to join the stalkers. And a second observer coming in, considering that Cloak, is Cloak even being researched yet? No, Cloak's not being researched for those Banshees, yet he's building a bunch of Banshees. He's missing out on the Cloak here, unless he's not planning on harassing with those Banshees. Looks like he is playing a tiny bit defensively here. We may... Because there's no Cloak, I don't think there'll be any harassment coming from Foxor, but I could be wrong. He's gonna not play. He's gonna take that back, not play defensively anymore, and move out. He salvages both bunkers, and he's gonna move out to the Xel'Naga Tower at on the west here, west of the island. He lifts the Dharma artifact, and let's go back to Anand to see. Anand is going to be playing defensively, but it doesn't look like those photon cannons will be up in time as Foxor now starts the attack. Those Marines try valiantly to save those siege tanks, but they lose one. The Banshees are taken out next, but it looks like the Hero Immortal does most of the damage. He moves back and just makes it out of there. The photon cannons do come up in time to scare away the Marines, but one is not safe from the terrible siege shots of the siege tank. The second siege tank is going to siege, and with the help of the vision from the Banshees, it's going to take out that photon cannon. We have engagement by or actually he pulled his probes, which get vaporized by the siege tanks, and it looks like his other units will follow him. I am expecting a GG, and we get it. And Foxer's first match with this group is a victorious one, and a nice GG and a nice 1-1-1 from Anand, as we have our king here and waiting for his next match. Is anybody going to step up? Looks like Ben's going to step down. Nope, not at all. Anybody? Yeah, yeah. Considering the decisiveness in which Foxor beat um, Anand, seems like everybody else has been completely scared off of taking him on. So it looks like Raytheon and Ben are going to come in to. Oh nope, everybody's coming in to see who will get a shot at our new champion. A preempted good luck, have fun, but we'll see. Oh, too soon. But he gets it anyway. It looks like he jinxed himself into getting it. And it looks like we'll have our next match. So for his fourth game of the night, we have our yellow Protoss in the left corner. Or right corner. If those dyslexic people would have it in the left corner. But it's the right corner. Our yellow Protoss isn't it vacant? And on the right are our newcomer, champion of the last game, versus Anand. We have our pinkish Terran. He goes by Foxor. And this time, we have Foxor building a supply depot in the back of the base. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with this, trying to hide a... but he's going to go with the quick barracks instead of going with the quick refinery first. And we have the same type of play being done by Vacant with his gateway right near his Nexus pylon, almost in the same fashion as Foxor's last game. So now we have the usual scouting being done, first by Foxor, hopefully by Vacant. Second pylon going down, Vacant's going to be taking his first gas, and we have two more barracks coming down on the low part of the high ground here. Again, interesting placement by Foxor. This isn't something I have seen before, but well, then again, his last play was very interesting. Yeah, we're starting with the next core going down just on time. Looks like he's going to be doing a very standard build. Foxor with his blue line rally points. He's going to patrol around here for a little bit. Doesn't look like Vacant really much cares. Sets down the pylon. Ah, and a correction. I apologize, Raytheon. Raythan. Ah, yeah, Raytheon. I do that. Unfortunately, I insert letters that aren't in the actual name, so I will improve that for next time. You got some Marines coming out. 3 racks. Oh, looks like we're getting a 3 racks. That's what it is. He's hiding the 2 racks here. We're getting a 3 racks from Foxor. So it looks like there is going to be a little rush here. And a bunker coming out from Raytheon. It doesn't, or not Raytheon, obviously not playing. From Foxor. Foxor is doing the bunker. And it doesn't seem like there is Vacant has any clue that this is going on. Let us look at what he sees. Yep. We have our Marines coming in. It's an all-in. This is an all-in. Is MVP in the house? Because look at this. SCVs are pulled. Here they go. Yeah, his SCVs are pulled, and we know this is it. We have a bunch of probes going down. The probes are valiantly trying to hold up. He might not even need that bunker, but he will use it if he needs to track these stalkers. The stalkers go down pretty easily with even despite the force field, and it looks like that's it. This is we don't see cheese in our group, so it's always an interesting sight to see this. And we have a GG from Vacant, and that's probably the quickest peep mode game that our group has ever had. So GG's from both. Very nice 3 racks play from Foxor. It looks like Eric Florenzano is going to take his chance against Foxor, unless Ben beats him to it. And it looks like it's going to be a double Terran. Actually, no. Foxor is going random, so this might be this might not be a TVT. We shall see. Nope, it's going to be a ZVT. So we have our niceties exchanged. I probably would be lying if I said that Eric probably doesn't have any fear in his bones right now. But our purple pinkish Zerg on the right side of the map has he has admitted his fear to our purplish Zerg on the left. He goes by Foxur, and he is readily saying that he is Zerg. Watching this horror movie is the blue Terran on the right. We have Eric Florenzano, who quickly tries to wall off. Looks like we're not going to have a 6-pool from Foxor. He might go for something non-cheesy, or we shall see. Bunker's coming down to finish off or kind of close this gap here. And the scout's coming from Eric. He's not going to really find anything too out of the ordinary. Although it looks like Foxer is going for a hatch. And Eric does see it after deducting that there was no spawning pool. He's chased out quickly by the drone. And we'll see if Eric changes his build from here. Oh, he wasn't able to block, to deny the scout from Foxur, but his SCVs are not happy about it, so he's going to send one after Fox. Saying that reminded me of Star Fox, for instance, and like I had the little song of when you died in Star Fox. It was like dun 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 dun, and then the explosion from the poor R-wing. If only Vikings were R-wings, and if Vikings could like do a barrel roll and things like that, that'd be pretty awesome. Actually, no, the Ravens can do a barrel roll, so we do have Star Fox which likes units there, and it does kind of look like an R-wing if you were gonna add the bottom wings to it. So now every time I see a Raven, I'm gonna think, do a barrel roll. I'm just gonna watch that thing. Oh, it's amazing. We have a bugger coming up, and I think Eric's gonna block the low ground off now that he kind of feels a little safe about about a rush that's not happening. Looks like that Fox is going to be playing a bit. Did Vacant get scared off or something? Hasn't been. It's not that scary. Vacant, come back. And we have our peanut gallery asking questions in bad grammar. And it looks like we're going to lose Vacant. It looks like he was scarred for life from that scarred for life from that match against Foxor, so it looks like he's going to be voted out. And goodbye to you. We had some great matches from you, sir. Well, that's it. Drop. The votes come, and he will be quickly dropped. Or not. We're going to wait for him. Do 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 do. Can't really. Voice is going out here. Ooh. Still waiting. Still waiting. We got Chance of Lan. Oh, okay, and he's finally dropped. So let's get back to the game. And we're back. We got 2 spine crawlers. I'm trying to remember what I said before we started this. Fox is playing defensively. And he's building some spines just in case he felt the read from Eric's read, reading Eric's read, that Eric might have rush him because of the greedy expand, but it looks like Eric is just going to go and build 2 bunkers as well. I think we got a double defensive play here, and he'll also take his expansion. We got some reconnaissance from Fox, and he'll divert his Zergling to not meet the fate of his brother. We have 2. Eric's going to take his 2 gas, while Fox has only taken 1. Take a look at our unit count here. It looks like Fox is now just starting to. Looks like, oh no, he's going to expand again. He's going to do a 3 base, and then probably goes for something a lot more expensive. Unfortunately, again, I'm not as versed with Zerg as I should be, so I would not know what one would do with a 3 base Zerg. He brings his. Brings his spines to the front, and we're gonna have the usual standoff here. It looks like Fox will get just enough time to build an army off of 3 bases, while we wonder what Eric is going off on, asking questions like that. We got 2 gases being taken here, and the gas at the main's taken. Our hatch is now out, and he is going to work on that very soon. Again, we have just some macroing, and actually a nice little SimCity-ish thing here going on. Somebody got the $2 million hacked code. It was $2 billion, I forget. Got double engineering bays here. Got 4 barracks, and it looks like Eric is going to play, I don't know, I don't want to call it Isaacian, because I played Eric a lot more than I did play Isaac before learning about the bio ball, so let's call it like Aizakian, Eizakian. It's just a bio ball, that's it. Looks like he's going to mass up the Marines. Well, once this is scouted by this overlord here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Baneling's Nest here. We got double evolution chambers and a Roche Warren from Fox. And Fox is now comfortably mining off of 3 bases, while Eric is mining off of 2. our starport coming up for some medevacs, and here comes our overlord for the site. And it looks like the peanut gallery is treating this like the horror movie it will be. Flying squishy things make very icky sounds when they blow up in Eric's base. Seems like he got the reconnaissance he asked for, and Eric still doesn't do anything about this, even though he clearly has vision of him. He knows the starport has come down, and yeah, you can't hide the fact that you're building a third command center because there's a guy right there watching it being built. So now Eric doesn't know that there's a third here, which the third now has 2 more gases, and that Fox does have the much needed knowledge that Eric is going to go for a third. Our supply, even though Eric has larger max, Fox has about 25, or nope, more like 20, nope, more like 30 more supply than Eric does. 26 Marines and 1 Marauder versus 47 Zerglings and the Queen, and 5 Queens. We don't have any creep getting set down. Are those Queens going to be part of the attack? Nope, they're just doing the injections. We have the Zerglings moving north, probably off the sighting of the command center. So looks like Eric is not going to succeed in getting his third up. Looks like the timing, Fox felt the timing was a little off, so he moves back to the Zelnaga Tower. And he's going to check the other bases just in case. Let's see, we have a Hydralisk. Oh, we have the infestation pit, and we have the lair coming up. The hive, sorry, the hive coming up from Fox. Nothing else in the way of tech coming up. Oh, we have 2 infestors on the way, 2 medevacs, concussive shells, and 2 marauders for Eric. We have a we have our 4th base coming up, and it doesn't look like this is going to be. This is starting to tip into the favor of Fox. Eric has now given him enough time to not only take 4 bases, but he will have the money possible to easily get 2-2. Well, Eric is actually also just started 2-2. Infestors are coming out, and I'm surprised there really isn't any other units supporting the Zerg, supporting the infestors. I would have expected. Actually, I wouldn't have expected it aspired, based on Fox's commentary on Ben's match. It seems like he's. Oh, we do. Never mind. We do have a push coming out from Eric. Looks like he will be surprised by the amount of Zerglings that are here. So he's not gonna see them. He's gonna push forward and run into these spines and get bit in the ass by these Zerglings. Fungals are out, and yeah, that didn't last too long. It seems like that's all Fox needed were Fungals and Zerglings to complete the job. We probably went. Yep, we have adrenal glands coming out for the Zerglings. Creep tumors coming down now, and Zerglings are gonna run out and take care of any stragglers or anybody that's been rallied, unfortunately, to the wrong point. We have some medevacs here. Will we see another medevac sacrifice from Eric Florenzano? And we have a tip coming from Fox. And so if you want to do up to base build, you have to rally, don't do a death push. Wise words from Fox. After that, oh, looks like we're going to have banelings. The bombs are about to come out. And the infestors, some Zerglings, and about 10-15 banelings about to come out. We have roaches with tunneling claws and 32 Zerglings popping out now. And the banelings, as usual, go first to explode to their deaths. And here we go. We have the Zerglings with adrenal glands just going at those poor. This is really straight out of a horror movie. The monsters are just overtaking the poor humans. The big, lumpy infestor guys with the gigantic sacks are gonna actually not even doing anything. Oh no, we have a fungal here on one guy, and it looks like the Zerglings are just gonna do the job for them. The infestors are kind of just chilling as the Zerglings do their job on the main, and a GG from eFlow, and that is it for this game. And our next match, we have we have a TVP, and I'll get his name right this time after I introduce the players. In the top left as our purple Jesus, I'm reading off the screen. As our purple Terran, we have Foxur. And, dare I say, another sacrifice for the king. We have our purple Protoss, and I'll get his name right, Wraithen. So we've seen some very interesting builds from Fox as the games have piled up. We've seen a all-in, 3 racks all-in. We've seen some other very quick timings from Fox. It seems like he's going to go barracks once again. And on Wraith's end, we have a gateway coming down, very standard. And the scouts are going to passive each other, give a high five. And there goes the scouting. Gas being taken by Wraith as our SCV scouts. And we'll see probably really nothing out of the ordinary other than, again, no Wallen. Doesn't seem like Fox walls in at all when he's playing Terran. So Wraith is just going to kind of chill there while Fox keeps working on the SCV count, and we have a Cybernetics core being placed down by Wraith. Looks like we're gonna have a 1 rack expand, fast expand from Fox, and it seems like that Wraith is going to catch sight of that. Whether or not he responds to that is yet to be seen. Bunker goes down for Fox as well. The SCV finally leaves Wraith's territory, and another pylon. The second gas are taken. We still have no gas taken from Fox just yet. We have our second barracks go out. Another supply depot might do a 3 racks play as he did a few games ago. SCV comes home as Wraith looks like he's gonna proxy pylon it. The thing to watch for Wraith is units. That was the unfortunate mistake that he made when he was playing against, I believe it was it Anam that he was playing, April 0? Or, no it wasn't, it was Isaac. He was playing Isaac and he had 5 bases, yet he didn't build enough units to constitute 5 bases. So it looks like he's going to be going for a 4-gate, and we have no signs of an expansion just yet. He might 1-base this for the time being, but it's going to be, yes, a 1-base versus a 2. We have our 3 racks, and here come the Marines. Have to see if he has his time for 7 minutes. He's going to send his SCV to the Dharma Tower and pass that. Oh, we do have a Nexus, an expansion being built with a few reinforcements from it. Here comes the SCV. He's going to scout that expansion before quickly dying. Warp gate seems to be done for Wraith, so he's going to open those up, and it's only a 3-gate expand, not a 4-gate. Probably going to build that 4th gate soon. Can't have a 3rd without a 4th. Good number of Marines still coming out. Looks like we're going to have... Oh, it's not going to be a 3-racks. Looks like it's going to be a 4 plus a factory. We have a tech lab coming out. Almost done. Not researching anything yet. Oh, they start stim. So it's probably going to be a stim timing push. Well, not too sure as of yet. Second's pretty comfortable. The main's pretty comfortable, and again natural, and doesn't seem like anything's going to be contested here. All's well at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Got about 130 more, I guess you call it half seconds in fastest mode with the left in stim pack. He's going to build a Marauder for those stalkers. Put down 2 tech labs and two reactors. Nope, 3 actually. Yep, 2 reactors. Putting down a reactor on the factory. Probably going to swap it out with a starport to build some medevacs faster, and a 5th barracks. Again, a different play overall from Fox here. He is supply blocked though, but he seems to be fixing that with 2 more supply depots right now. He's going to be supply blocked for about another 15 seconds or so. Barracks is almost done, as well as another Marauder, and the stim is about 2/3 of the way through. Wraithen, on the other hand, is working on the first upgrade for Protoss weaponry. New shiny blades for those zealots, and he's gonna build defensively as he is getting some photon cannons. Oh, there we go. Looks like he's not going to use his factory at all. He's going to send it out like as the 1,250 HP floater scout. It stops right there and just floats. Yep, we do have the double medevacs coming out. Again, he is supply blocked, so I'm sure he is. Yep, he is working on solving that at the moment. And here comes the factory. He has a nice little size force here, and might time that correctly with the nice timing with the medevacs coming out to meet the Marines, and they'll probably be fast enough to meet the factory while it moves in. He'll definitely see the photon cannons, and if he takes advantage of that, the photon cannons will be busy trying to kill the factory while he is able to take the photon cannons out. And it seems like that's exactly what he's going to do. It seems like Wraith is not going to take the bait, moves out instead of sits in, and looks like we have a little bit of juking going on. The first medevac is taken out. The stim is on, but it doesn't look like Fox is going to do much with it. Wraithen is able to hold it. Wraithen is able to hold him off. It looks like they were going to have a quick drop into the back of the base, very quick drop into the back of the base. And we have the reaction from Wraith coming. He was only able to drop half. He's going to drop another little batch of Marines into the base. As that happens, he should be moving his factory. He should be moving his factory to be bait, but he's not. It looks like he's going to carry out the rest of his Marines out and shoot from the low ground, or kind of not. He's going to drop them on top of the Zealot. And he's going to get surrounded by the stalkers and chased out. Looks like Wraithen's going to successfully hold off this push with losing no more than like 2 or 3 2 or 3 units. And poor factory looks like it's going to burn down. Now, this is the first time anybody has stopped a rush from Fox, but in that time he actually expanded. So it seems like it was just a ploy to get his macro up and to make Wraith feel good about himself. But as usually in horror movies, that those moments don't last too long. And we now have 3 bases against 2 bases. We have more barracks coming down. I think we have a total of 7 barracks. And then we have the double engineering bay coming down as well. He's going to move out with his next force out to the Dharma Tower and work on his second base. He's doing really well on the economy side, although he's a bit heavy on the gas at the moment, spending a bit too much on Marines, so he's not using the gas up. 1-1 is coming from Fox with ground armor finally coming down, and it looks like I missed the drop here. Looks like he's just going to drop right into the back of Wraith's base, and it seems like we're at critical mass here that Wraith won't be able to protect against this. It looks like this is going to be a GG. It was just enough Marines to be able to take it out, and there's our GG as Fox wins this one. Whew. Well, while we're waiting for Fox to complete his business in the men's room, it looks like that I have casted about 5 or 6 matches tonight, and did want to get some other gaming of my own in, so I will actually sign off for the night. Thank you actually for this segment. I will be back in about 15 minutes or so with some Silver League playing of my own in the game of my choice. So again, thank you for joining me tonight, and again, hopefully we'll be able to do this again in a few days. And yeah, this has been great. So I will call it there, and if you'd like to stay, please do so. If not, you can, or if you'd like to stay, just enjoy the music. And if not, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.